Yo, what up, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm gonna put y'all back on mute for a quick sec. I'm about to grab this food. But that was the question I want to ask, man. I know in this community, there are a lot of married couples, and I'm not trying to really use nobody's situation for bad content, but I do want to use a situation that we are experiencing for good, healthy content. So I hope nobody don't get mad with me about it. But I do want to talk about it, man. What's up, Liz? What's up? So the topic of the discussion that hopefully we can have today is I don't know exactly how I wrote it, but basically, a marriage in 2022 is till death do us part. Figuratively, yo, what up? What up, Drop? Is that figuratively, or is that just something to say? You know what I mean? What y'all think, man? Till death do us part in marriage. I know I got a lot of beautiful older women on this side who are married. And I just want to know y'all opinion, man. I know there are some people who have gotten divorced as well. I just want to know what people's opinions are of that, man. Is it literal or is it figurative? To death do you part. Before I drop a link, if somebody want to come up and talk about it, my personal opinion, I think it used to be literally back in the day. I think like back with our grandmamas and stuff like that, great grandmamas. I think marriage was literally to death did them part. You know what I mean? Grandma would put up with a lot of stuff. Shit, granddaddy would send grandma through a lot of shit. But hey, that's how they cope. They was able to cope and build family and continue legacy and shit. I guess for some of us, if grandma didn't stay there, some of us, my ass wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So again, the question is it figurative or literal, man? To death do you part. Hold on, I'm gonna run in here and grab my food real quick. One second, you guys. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. So again, the question is, and if nobody want to come up, y'all can drop it in the chat, man. I just want to get some understanding. Where we at in 2022? Are we getting married these days, man, just for the moment? Are we getting with people? Are we kicking vows with people just to say that we got somebody? You know what I mean? Like, what's really good, y'all? Because I'm looking, although I know a lot of people is like, hell yeah. And man, look, man, you reap what the fuck you sow out here in this world, man. If you out here wreaking havoc, yo, and you find yourself in a situation where you buy yourself in that situation, look, you can't get mad at the people who goddamn just innocent bystanders in this shit. You can't. But what are we doing, man, in 2022, man? Because I'm realizing here in Atlanta, a lot of people, they're not trying to get married, man. I talk to a lot of different people, both male and female, and they like, hell no, we're not trying to get married. We're just trying to, you know, live. Let me see what 2P said. Black Truth, salute. My answer is it depends on the person. You take it literal. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right. So 2P said she takes it literal. I'm trying to drive and read. Okay. I think 2P was the only one who said something about that. Okay. Well, yeah, 2P says she takes it literal, man. Me personally, I've been married before. And honestly, still to this day, I personally take it literal. I do. I take it literal. But as we can see, a lot of people just take it, it's figuratively. It's like, the thing is, like, is it when the person dies for it to be literal? To death do us part. You say your vows. Hey, I love you, this, to death do us part. Okay. So is that the death of the marriage or is that the death of a person? Like, can a person, because as we looking back and we seeing what's going on, can a person just take so much shit that they can't take no more? And it's like the marriage has died. And so is that grounds to be able to walk away and say, this marriage is dead, so I didn't go against my vows to God? Or are we supposed to just stick through it no matter what a person does to us, how they make us feel, how they put us in maybe compromising situations? I mean, I don't get it, man. What up, Steele? What up, Tony? Let me see. Death of a person. Let me see. 2B said death of a person, the marriage can be fixed. I agree. Well, let me ask you a question, 2Bs, and I'm gonna go to you still. 2P, so a marriage can be fixed. I totally agree, right? But what if you tried over and over and over and over and over and over again, but that marriage is literally killing you? I've seen some marriages literally kill some good people, man. I ain't gonna lie. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm sitting here ragging on. Man, some people are beautifully married that go through ups and downs, but they are beautifully married, man. They got their shit together. They love one another. They building. You know, they go through shit like we all do, but you know, they sticking it out. But then I've seen some marriages that was just like, oh my God, like if that shit wasn't as toxic waste, I don't know what it was. And it's almost like they both were killing each other mentally. It's like a mental death that they both were experiencing. But Steele said, I'm old school. I take it to heart. That's why it took me till I was 50 to get, boy, I feel you on that, boy. You just know it's right. Hey, Steele, now I feel you on that, boy. I damn sure feel you on that. And that's real talk, though. Because, you know, a lot of men, if women, y'all don't understand that, a lot of us men, we don't just jump and marry anybody. Now, I need y'all to understand this shit now. Typically, when a man is ready to say I do, that man really fuck with you, man. I'm talking about out of all these women that come around this man, he is willing to look the other way for you. So, and vice versa. I know women. I know y'all are too. But, you know, it's hard, man. Temptation is hard for men. It's much harder for men than women. So You know, I'm not trying to sound like, oh, men can do it, women can't. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's just temptation is really hard for a man. Okay, so Mr. Warner, the question is, okay, hold on, let me go back. I took my vows serious as well, tit for tat. Marriage is a one-time thing in my book. I agree. I feel you on that. So, Mr. Warner, the topic was, when it comes to the vows in 2022, is till death do you part literal or, damn, I forgot exactly how I said that shit. Is it a literal thing? Is it literally you're going to be married until y'all die? Or is it a, man, I got to go back to what the fuck I put. Okay, I said figuratively. Is it figurative or literal? Some people say they take it literally. Most people say they take it literally. But I'm saying in 2022, hey, what's up, Mama Cynthia? I'm saying I can't hardly speak to y'all, so if y'all spoke, I'm sorry, I'm driving. I'm just trying to talk. But I'm seeing that most people in 2022, it's more figurative. It's like, you know, once this marriage dies or once, you know, from a man, some men's perspective, once you're not putting out no more, then shit, this shit dead. Or from a woman's perspective, once you're not giving me no more money, once you can't provide anymore, then this shit is dead. So I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure. So 2P says, all right, let me go back to Mr. Warner. She says, I don't believe until death do us part. I do believe for better and worse. Okay, as long as worse is not damaging me. I do believe in divorce to save me. Now, God damn it, Mr. Warner, now I kind of feel you on that as well now. And that's why I'm torn between the two, because I'm from the old school, as a lot of us are from the old school on here, man. You know what I mean? We watched grandma, like I said before, take a lot of stuff from granddad, and we've watched just, you know, how they did it, you know, and now we setting our trend and setting our path. But I'm kind of with you on that too, because if this thing is going to kill me, and if I feel it being a detriment to my peace of mind, and if I've tried counseling, if I've tried therapy, if I've tried all the things that I could try, and I am still finding myself hurting, then I probably got to go. You know what I mean? I probably got to go. Hold on, y'all. Y'all chat for one more second. Let me run and grab me something right quick. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Who calling me? I don't know who that is. So somebody calling me, I have to go out and come back. Y'all not gonna be able to hear me. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, Mr. Warner, from where we left off, everything stops once you're married. What, okay, 2Ps, when you say that, what you mean? Again, I done missed so many comments, y'all, so y'all forgive me. If you want me to read it, just throw in that again, but I just read 2Ps. Everything stops once you marry. What you mean by that, 2Ps? So you mean all the cheat? No, I ain't gonna say cheating, because obviously you wasn't cheating before you got married because you were single. So what do you mean when you say everything stops? Like, in my opinion, it should be literal. That's because you shouldn't marry someone until you're both are sure that through all things good and bad, you can uphold those vows. I agree, Carla. I agree with that too. See, that's why I'm kind of like, I'm really on the fence with it, y'all. I just don't have a solid answer for it. It's just in 2022, man. It's just this new wave, man. It's just like, I guess everybody, I take that back. I'm trying to words, you guys. Some people, they see or think that the grass is green on the other side sometimes. And sometimes it is. Sometimes that shit is healthy as shit. And sometimes it's not. Mr. Warner said, I know I am strong enough to hold my husband down if he falls short. He loses his job, becomes sick, doing everything he can. I got him. He hurt, put me in harm, hurt or danger, he's gone. I feel you on that. And that's kind of like what, this topic is about. In 2022, people don't truly marry for true unconditional love. There you go, Carla. That's what I'm saying right there. It for some reason, it's just different now, man. It's different. It's just like, I don't know if it's social media. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, man. But it's like a lot of people are marrying for the wrong reasons. But who am I? Who the hell am I to tell them they run marrying for the wrong reasons? But I just sit back and look and watch. You know what I'm saying? And so let me ask y'all a question. So how do y'all feel about somebody marrying just because they got kids? Because now that goes down a whole different rabbit hole, because a lot of men, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Some men are forced to get married because they have children with the woman, and that's not unconditional love at all. That's maybe unconditional love for that child, but that doesn't secure the woman with an unconditional love. Hold on, let me cut this beep off now. That doesn't secure the woman for unconditional love. So I wonder how that would go. No, if that's the case, I would be married. Okay. What you mean? I don't know what unconditional love is other than a parent or a child, Carla. Drop says, so no different. Social media always shows you a better fake option. Boy, you said some shit then, Drop. And see, I think that's what a lot of people are falling victim to, man. They're measuring up their relationships with what they see on social media, and or they're trying to come to social media with their relationships to show them shits off when it's really an underneath problem that's in there that people ain't addressing. You know what I mean? They just want to dress it up and make it look good, for other people. You know what I mean? I know when I was married, I would always tell my wife, like, look, we need to be honest and upfront with each other. If you're feeling any type of way, I need you to tell me, because guess what? I'm going to tell you. Not harsh. If you feel some type of way, nothing harsh. I won't be harsh with you. Don't be harsh with me. But tell me the real, because you are my first line of defense when it comes to the rest of the world. You know me better than anybody. If you see any place that I'm lacking, I need you to call me out respectfully so I can get my shit together. And I will do you the same. And I think a lot of times in marriages, man, we got to hold each other accountable for those type of situations. So our mate don't just be out there looking bad. You know what I mean? So 2P says, I don't want to marry someone just because we have children. I feel you on that. I feel you. But it's going like that. It's going like that a lot now, man. Some people are just like, fuck, I got 2 kids. Man, shit, we might as well just go on and lock it in. And it's like the love isn't there. And it's like those people are always searching for that kindle. It's like, why that thing ain't sparked? Because the spark really was probably never really there in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Carla says, unconditional love is exactly what the word is. Love with no condition. I agree, Carla. I agree. Me personally, I think I've only had one unconditional love person in my life. You know what I mean? Just one ever. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just one ever. So I understand what that means. I've been there. I have seen people do things in marriage I know God don't approve of. So staying married, no matter what, may be against what a marriage is. And see, that's why I wanted to have this conversation, Mr. Warner, because that, to me, that makes sense. I'm like, at what point Because again, this is all for teaching purposes. So if some other people are listening, not trying to bring y'all situation up in this shit, but this is a teaching moment, man. Because like I heard Carla say the other day, it's times, man, where hey, if y'all going through something, y'all might be better just coming out sharing it with people, man, and trying to, even if y'all can't fix y'all situation, sharing it with people, and maybe they can fix something that they're going through. But anyway, that's kind of like why I wanted to drop this live, man, because it just makes sense, man, to talk about these type things, man. Mama Cynthia says, "What's up to you? Just don't go." Man, you gotta stop calling me over there. Can y'all hear me? Mama Cynthia says, "Well, it's up to you. Just don't go with the go along, get along game. It's your life decision." That is true. That's true. 2P says you have to be in love to have unconditional love, not just love. Now that's a fact right there. Now that's some real shit. It's a difference between being in love and loving somebody. A big ass difference, man. Hey, can y'all hear me? Okay, y'all can hear me. It's a big ass difference, yo, between being in love and loving some goddamn body. Now, I mean, there. And I'm just being candid, man. Just talking my shit since I had about on the panel. I know that right now that there is this one person that love my goddamn dirty drawers, man. I ain't gonna lie, they do. But see, the thing is, I've always been upfront with this person, and I told her I'm not ready for that right now. But I know once I do become ready, she probably will be my number one candidate because she's a great woman. She's a really great woman, man. But me not being in love with her, I don't want to take her on a journey that may not be successful. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes when you try to find self, sometimes you gotta not put everybody else in it. You know what I mean? You gotta go on your own journey and do your own thing. And love is the best feeling. Facts. I agree with that. All right, I'm gonna drop the link, Miss Tawana. Hold on. I'm driving. Get out here in this traffic. Oh, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. I'm gonna drop the link 1 second. Hold on. So this is a great conversation, man. I really, really wanted to talk to y'all about this, man. I did. Because we have some mature people on this side, man, who can hold these types of conversations and not get offended. And we can grow from it. You know what I'm saying? Facts, graphic. That's what for sure, for sure. But see, the thing is, I want to maintain the friendship that I have because it could grow into something more. But I'm an upfront person. You know what I'm saying? I don't even play with nobody. Feelings, I don't play with their heart because I know how that game goes. You know what I mean? I don't play with nobody, and because I don't want nobody to play with me. You know what I mean? So High Priestess said my marriage was dead. Okay, let's go back. I gotta put this up. I didn't read that. My marriage was dead. It takes two to be there for each other mentally, physically, and emotionally. You can't have one without the other. Communication is the key, respectfully. Facts. I agree. I damn sure agree. And see, that's the thing. That's one of the questions, right? So you had the choice to commit to an unconditional to death do you part, a literal. But it sounds like you chose to go ahead and say, "Oh, that's the wrong link." Oh shit. Okay, hold up. I don't know what that link was to. Share, copy link. I'm tripping. Hold up. I know what I did wrong. My bad, y'all. Like, yes, copy link. Okay, that's what I fucked up on. Okay. Okay, that should be the StreamYard link right there. But High Priestess, can you expand on that, High Priestess, a little bit? You said if you know you got to put in your all in the marriage and it's still not working, I had to go. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I God damn it, I feel you on that. So Ebony said she may not understand the friendship, and she'll always have that inkling of hope, and you're not feeling her that way. Uh, But I'm very transparent though. That's the key. I realize with most people, transparency should be everything. But I do know some people they don't get it, and sometimes you got to just shut the whole party down. But you know, most people understand transparency. If I was trying to date a woman, I'm not looking at the chat right now, y'all. But if I was trying to date a woman and I was really at the hot spot, all right, I got to tell the story. There have been women that I've had the super hot spot. I'm like, oh shit, I want this motherfucker right here. But then come to find out, guess what, y'all? She didn't want my motherfucking ass. So guess what I had to do? I had to understand that, okay, we're friends. I can't expect nothing more than that. You know what I mean? And just because you can't get what you want don't mean that it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, I see him in the back. All right, all right. I got you. Hold up. Hold up. Here we go. Got you up. Okay, got you up. All right, ladies, tell me what y'all thinking. Hold on. Got somebody else back there. Two pigs. Hold on. Mr. Warner, you fell off. Come on back up, Mr. Warner. Can you hear me, two pigs?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to go out and come back in, but go ahead and talk.
No, you can't hear me.
I'm going to add you in too, Mr. Warner. Hold on. All right, I'm going to go back out and come back in.
Okay. Hey, Two.
What's going on, Miss Tawana?
Nothing. I was just coming up here because I just wanted to be. I am not married, so I can't talk on marriage in depth. The only thing that I could talk on is me and
Okay, no doubt.
what I know to be love and my belief in God. And I think that a lot of people that even get married in marriage don't even know what love is. Um, a lot of people, because a lot of people don't even love themselves when they say that they love somebody else. So
Mm.
it's
Now let's talk about that. Now let's talk about that right there. Now, so how could you love someone from the bottom of your heart, but then self is being deprived of love? How is that possible?
That's impossible.
it's impossible, but that's what they believe love is.
Right, right.
And it's when you start peeling back that love stuff for real, it's so many levels to it. I didn't see, a lot of people confuse lust with love. People
Yeah,
confuse great sex with love. It's so many things that people mis confuse love with.
yeah. Hey, I love those shoes. You see what I'm saying?
You know?
You
Facts.
hear me?
Exactly. You got,
Facts.
and you got people who abuse themselves, let people abuse them in a marriage. You abuse the hell out of, and yet you're saying you're staying in this marriage till death do us part. You say that you love them and you're doing the right thing, but what about you? To be even sitting
Right.
there letting somebody abuse you, you don't even love yourself. So me staying in an abusive relationship, I can't be in because I do know I love one.
Facts.
So
So you saying you more, you love you so much that you're not gonna let anyone put you through that type of situation.
I'm not going to let anybody abuse me. Period. I don't think God want me to. My love for myself won't allow me. And if I so happen to get in a marriage with a man that I think that got everything that I want and need, and I believe that he's really this guy that loves me and we're gonna be together for the rest of my life. If he revealed to me that he's not that person that I thought he was, and I do all I can to make sure, I'm not staying here. I'm not sitting in line and say that I would stay in that relationship. I like love. I like my happiness. I like my peace, and I like who it is that I am. And I'm not gonna let no man or relationship change that.
Well, let me ask you a question, Mr. Warner. Have you ever experienced unconditional love before, and have you ever given extended unconditional love to a
Let me
mate?
say
Now that
this: I have loved being in love with the man that I was with. I truly loved being in love with him. That's
okay,
about as unconditional as I see it getting. Because I'm going to require that a man be a man. I'm going to require that a man be able to take care of his home. I'm going to require a lot out of the man that I marry. So I can't say that I'm going to unconditionally marry anybody. I got expectations of what my man should be.
I got you. So basically, that man should prove he should he's in a way he should prove himself of that love that you're willing to give, that you got inside of you. But he need to prove that he can attain this love from you by doing what he's supposed to do as a man.
Exactly. And I am the one, and I think that if the right man comes along that I'm going to marry, I'm his queen. Whatever the fuck he want me to do, I'm willing to do it because he worthy of it. Because I'm thinking that I will pick my right choice, and that's when I can be unconditional. I pick my right choice, and whatever it is, I don't mind shit, uh, peeling grapes for him. Whatever it is my man needs, I'm willing to do it because he's being everything that I need.
Right.
So just for me to get a man to say I have a man, and a lot of women make the mistake of feeling that they're not whole unless they have a man. That's not my case. I am whole. I'm coming to the table whole. And just
Okay.
you are a great accessory, and we get ready to further what it is we both have. I want a man to come to me whole.
Okay. And that's not something that that should be expected. I mean, that's normal. It should be that way. Unfortunately, a lot of that it doesn't happen that way in a lot of situations. One person may be broken, a little broken than the other, but
And it
I
has
mean,
nothing to do with the money. I know that in the past that I have said that no, I would not marry a man with that makes less money than me. And I still mean that. But it doesn't mean that I can't love a man that's making less money than me. He just got to come whole as hell to make me even want to even look that way. And I'm just being honest. I've worked hard to get to where I am, to make the money that I have, to be able to afford the things that I want. And me getting married should not lessen that.
I agree. Now, Mama Cynthia was saying her and her man, they are common law married, been together for how long she say? 30 years. She got the ring, she got everything she need, minus the paper, and she said she's happy as can be. So I just don't think a marriage is gonna make nobody happy. Just having that paper saying, I got your
Exactly.
last name. That's not gonna bring the happiness right there. I think the two people have to come with their own individual happiness first. So then that they can that they're so happy that their happy is gonna fall off on you. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I know a man who passed away. He was a millionaire, and he never got married, but he had a woman that he really seen as his partner. And when he died, she didn't know that he wasn't married because she still reaped the benefits of a wife because he was spiritually married to her, even though they didn't have a paper and a ring. They were spiritually married, and that's the way that he put it.
And that makes sense. I can dig that. You got something to feed? Oh, I thought shit came off mute. But High Priestess says there are three stages of a relationship: ideal, ordeal, and the real deal. And I can now ordeal. I don't know what that means, but I got the ideal and the real deal. I got that. When you say ordeal, what do you mean by that? I mean, because everyone has their ideal situation. You know what I mean? About how I want my woman to be from a man's perspective, or how I want my man to be from a woman's perspective. How we're gonna go, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have 6 kids, we're gonna have this big old house. But then sometimes the real deal don't line up with that. You know, the kids may come and the big house may not come, or the big house may come and the kids may not come. Or the happiness may be there, but none of the financials are there. Or the financials are there and there's no happiness. So yeah, I get that.
And and I'm going to speak YouTube merge if you don't mind.
Say that one more time.
If you don't mind, I want to speak about a YouTube marriage, in my opinion.
Hey,
Yeah, we
Tawana,
talking.
Tawana, Tawana, I think, do you have something on in the background? Because you got a,
It's
Am
an
I
echo.
clear?
yeah, you got a real bad echo.
I don't have an echo. I hear it too, though.
Is it
Okay,
me?
now you don't.
Okay. Yeah, I think it did. It did get a little better.
Yeah,
Am I better now? Because my
Yes,
drop
you
yeah,
are.
always
there you
talks
go.
about my
There you
phone.
go. You good.
So, High Priestess said ordeal going through ups and downs. Okay,
Right.
that's what your definition of ordeal. Okay, yeah, and that's a part of it. The roller coaster is definitely a part of any relationship. So yeah, I get that.
Yes. And so, and I do. And I think that if I was to get married with all my strong opinion of things, I am the type of person that I will try to make it work. I'm not a quitter. I wouldn't have wanted to get married just to get a divorce. So I will fight with it. I'm just not a person big on abuse of any kind. I'm just not into that world. I just have no understanding of that, you know. And that's what I'm saying about the YouTube marriage. We laugh and we play and we joke all the time. But what I started saying to face from the very beginning, the reason why I was never with that marriage, because I thought the abuse from both of them to even come on a public platform to belittle each other or even to show the display that they were doing it when they were getting along was some kind of abuse. And honestly, I thought that marriage should have been shut down a
So,
long because it's
but
too
you don't
it's
think that they could have you don't think that they could have worked it out if they would have just took their stuff off of YouTube and got some proper counseling and got around some more married couples that could have helped guide them, maybe go to church, talk to the pastor. You know what I mean? Or do you think it was just that toxic to where it was just time to leave?
I
Black
think that
Truth.
I
Yeah,
really think it was toxic like that beyond counseling or anything like that. I don't even see the maturity level of even being married in the first place. You
I
know,
finna say your heart got to be right first,
exactly.
Mm, that's a
and
fact.
your soul. You feel me?
That's a fact.
And
So
you
you
know,
saying for God to honor that, then that means that you got to be right. You got to be coming before to God right in your actions for that marriage to be honored properly.
yeah. So like one thing my mother say to this day, however you meet a person will be the way that you leave a person. Faith and JJ met each other on social media doing crazy shit, and they breaking up the same way that they met. If you met a cheating man, you probably gonna leave a cheating man.
I
If
agree.
you met or woman or whatever it is. But people don't see it. But if you really think about the relationships and what you were doing the day that you met, if you think about the way that you broke up, they do kind of coincide.
I agree. And then this is for any men that's listening. Men, we can break these women. I see a lot of men feel like, well, I ain't put my hands on her. I ain't abusing her. Man, and this is vice versa, but I'm just speaking to my men right now. Men, we can break women with our words, yo. You know what I mean? You can break a woman with words, and vice versa. A woman can too, but a lot of men are just more tough, and it's like you can say whatever, whatever. But then,
Oh,
you know,
I'm sorry, Black Truth. I know some women that'll cut you thick with a goddamn tongue. I'm serious. The knife couldn't have did nothing but the tongue.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
And I used to be one of them women. I used to cut your ass so deep with a tongue. And the thing is that once we say it, we can't take it back.
And
You
see,
know.
that's when it's over for real.
Well,
That's when it's over. But see, that's why I think in marriage, like I said earlier when I was driving home, there should be a understood, hey, be real with me, man. If there's flaws with me, please be upfront and tell me so I can work on them for us. You know what I mean? Versus you harboring some stuff in, and then now when I don't go and do what you want me to do, now you tell me some fucked up shit about myself, and I'm like, oh shit, why you should have been told me that? I could have either fixed it or left. You know what I mean?
but that's during the perfect time when we still presenting ourselves. We want to be on good behavior. They want to be on good behavior. That's why I feel like when you marry a person or you agree that you or and get engaged with the person, you're getting most of the time engaged to the best behavior. And that's why they say after you get married, you're really getting to know one another.
And that is true. That is so true. I totally agree with that. So the representative, how long does the representative stay around then? I
Now,
mean, because
but now you're gonna have to ask married women that question.
and men though, because I mean, hey, it goes both sides. I mean, I assume that the representatives, that want to be on their best behavior is going to be that for, you know, if they have some ulterior motive. But again, you got some genuine people who love, man. They love being in love. They love the idea of love,
Yeah.
and it shows. You know,
And and I'm telling you, and it doesn't happen often. And I done had my share of boyfriends, but every boyfriend that I had, I was not in love, being in love with that man. Like I just truly loved loving him. Everything about him was just like he just constantly made me happy, and I enjoyed loving him. There have been men that I was in love with, but I was frustrated and I was tired and I just wanted him to do better and I wanted him to understand how much I love and I was fighting to show him that I love him and I'm the right girl. I was in love, but he wasn't. And I don't even know if it was real love that I had. Or whether I
right?
was caught up in the moment of trying to make somebody love me who didn't love me.
And I think we go wrong by doing that. Sometimes we feel like we can love somebody so hard to make them love us back, and it just don't work that way. If
Yeah.
you don't find somebody who already loved themselves, who's already been through their ups and downs and understand who they are as a person, it's hard to get that person to love you properly. They'll give you, instances of love, like you said earlier, in the bedroom, may buy gifts every now and again, but genuine love can't be bought. It can't be taught. That shit got to come with the package
Yeah,
already.
it does. And I'm telling you, good Peter will make you think you in love because I done had it before.
Well, had you hypnotized?
Had me hypnotized. I thought I was in love. Then one day I was like, one day I don't know what happened, but I was really thinking about it. I was like, girl, you in love with sex. You think that this man love you because y'all doing all this crazy stuff and really enjoying each other, but he just giving you great sex. And I had to check myself. He wasn't
Yeah.
doing anything wrong. I the one who thought great sex that turned into something unicorny.
Okay. But you're not wrong for that. That's a lot of people go through that, man, because that's one part that we need, and it's like, okay, they got this part, so now I just gotta get them to get this other part, and we good to go. But then sometimes people just not equipped with that other part. They got to figure that shit out on their own. Their journey stops with you, and they got to go on their own journey and figure their shit out. So with the next person, and they may come back to you, who knows? But with the next person, maybe they could be a better person and give, more to that person,
Right. And then when
what that
another
person
thing about
deserves.
yeah, because you find a lot of women, they be with a man forever, abuse, going through everything to marry him. He won't marry her for shit. Break up with her, and less than a year later, he married to the next woman. You what, boo? I've seen that happen a lot.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. And me personally, I take love serious. If I say I love somebody, then let's say it don't work. I'm not just gonna instantly just say I'm out of love with this person. Like it's gonna take a minute for me to get out of love with this person because it was real. I don't know how to be fake. I can't fake no emotions. I can't fake no tears. I can't fake no feelings. When I'm in there, I'm in there, and I'm willing to do the work to see what's up. But then, hey, sometimes, hey, just like the topic, man. I mean, shit. Sometimes you do got to step away to clear your mind and get your shit back together. You know what I mean? Two
Yeah,
P's.
you you
What's
fine.
on your mind?
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's like this. You know, um, relationship or marriage, it's like a foundation, right?
Hmm.
I mean, you gotta have trust. You can't have secrets. You can't have lies. You can't have infidelity. You can't have none of this because that you can't have a foundation that's built on lies and
with a lot of
um,
cracks in it.
where you go, because that foundation ain't gonna be strong.
Yeah, it's gonna give in at some point. One of them cracks is gonna give in.
So, two P's, I have a question for you then. Do you think most marriages are monogamous just between the two of those people, or do you think a lot of marriages, have cheating, especially based on the rate of divorce? What are your thoughts?
I'm pretty yes, a lot of a lot. That's what happens between majority of the marriages. That person either gets fed up with the cheating, or you know, like sometimes you have those that are controlling and manipulative, but a lot of it, the majority is the cheating and the lying.
But those old school marriages for me, there's ones that last 20, 30, 50 years.
And see, that's what I was saying. Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier because more so the woman was able to say, you know what? I'm going to put up with it. I'm going to deal with
Let
it.
me show you how reason and why that went like that.
Talk to her.
Because think about it, they grew up seeing their mother doing it with their dad,
True.
so it's a constant cycle. So eventually, somebody's got to be like, you know what? I'm not living like my mama did. No, I'm not putting up with it. Somebody got to break that cycle.
So
Because if
you
you
think in
don't,
2022, the cycles are being broken? Hold on. We got Coleman up. What up, Coleman?
what's going on, Coleman?
Hey y'all, hey.
Hey, hey.
What you got? What you got on this topic today, Coleman?
Oh, right now I'm listening because Two Peas was in the middle of some good shit.
Oh,
So
yeah. Go
I'm
ahead and finish 2P.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, long as, because, long as you got that trust, and you got all of this, happiness and unconditional love just gonna flow right on with it.
And see that unconditional thing keep hitting me hard. I'm really proud of my sister and her husband and a couple of marriages in my family that have stood the time of 25 to 30 years. I have my sister and her husband in particular. They've been married since she was 18 and she's 50 now. And their marriage has been successful. And I honestly feel in my heart of heart that there is no cheating in that relationship. Do I think that they get pissed off, angry with each other, and stop speaking to each other at times? Absolutely, they do. But their
Of
marriage
course.
is so strong that they're able to always get past it.
And
You know,
that's unconditional love right there.
There you go.
That's your definition of unconditional love.
yeah,
Exactly.
because they walk around in the house for days and don't speak. But then they've been together, but they're not a miserable couple at all. They're happily married. They got a beautiful marriage. They do beautiful things together. Um, Everything is great. It's just that they're human and everything isn't always good. I mean, they may not speak because he left the toilet up and she might have fell in it. Any dumb thing could have pissed
Yeah.
her off. But what I'm saying is that they do always make it to the other side, laughing and moving forward. So I do have before me great models that a marriage can work. And they're also showing me that you have to do the work. And there are times when she said, girl, please, if I ever get out this marriage, I ain't never getting married again. Then there's times that when you answer, she was like, I am not divorcing my husband. I'm gonna do divorce him and do what? What am I gonna go to? This is who I've been with. I love him. We know each other, and it is what it is. And I think she
And
feels
then you got that flip side. You got that flip side of marriages and any relationships. It's all dependent upon and Two P said it and y'all said it earlier. Who you are coming into these relationships and marriages, and because this a case. I said it's just hitting on me heavy. But you got two people, young people, 20 and 23, had a baby. They thought they were loving each other conditionally. She thought she had found her knight in shining armor. It was almost like he was saving her. She wanted to get out of the house so bad. She thought he was saving her. She loved the money. oh, I'm getting money. He getting my hair done, doing this, doing that. It wasn't really love. She was just in love with what she was getting and was able to get out of the house with her parents. Now her parents weren't together, but growing up, she saw her mom getting beat on by her dad. Long story short, and so much in between, the dude ended up killing his baby mom and shooting her mom. So you have things that you that can be confusing. You think is what you want and what you need at the time,
Exactly.
and you miss out on the toxicity of it. I mean, this
Exactly.
20-year-old girl is dead right now. Her mom shot in the hip. So we got to be careful. And even in regular relationships, you see how friendships form. Oh, we all beefing with the same person now. Come on, let's get together. That's gonna be toxic. Just because y'all sharing the same enemy, so now everybody want to be friends and cool, and no, this shit is stupid. We have to be careful with where we put ourselves at, and if we got to check the signs, and we can't be so stuck and lost as people that we just take it and don't get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna be long-winded. I'm gonna let somebody else go.
No, go ahead, because you're making a great point, especially for the young people of today. Because a lot of people, I know a lot of people that, hear of a lot of instances where people have gotten married to leave home or gotten married for a better life. And none of those things are unconditional love and may not
No,
last always. You
no.
know, so it does depend. I don't know. Marriage, love, I think is all hard and difficult. And I think that everybody who mostly get married thinking they have married the right person.
Right. And
And
then
my
that,
story is that you can get married, but don't be ashamed and stay in a marriage when it's not the right person for everybody that's watching. You got to
Yeah,
say,
don't pick that time to quote the Bible. Where the Bible said, you know what I'm saying? You
right,
ain't believed in the Bible and none of this damn time. Now, when it comes to getting out of this relationship, now you want to quote the Bible and try to stick by that. That should be
yeah,
crazy. So
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
yeah, we can
yeah,
hear you. Did we lose
Okay,
you?
cool. All right, man. I was having some trouble over here. But yeah, I was listening to
yeah.
everything
So
you guys were saying, and Coleman, you made a great point. You made a great point. So when you said it hits home for you, that's just somebody you know, or is that just a situation that you came across? And
oh yeah, this is someone I didn't know the kids. I knew the parents and the family.
okay,
Yeah, and I know this case in DC where this girl was actually in this relationship, and because it was abusive, she went to leave, and she was at work, and the guy came in and threw gasoline and a match on her. So I mean, it's just like a lot of love crazy stories, and that's not love. It can hurt something that you love so violently.
And then growing up around it, like okay, cause Pete, right? The lady that got killed by her baby dad. All right, she witnessed her mom getting beat on by her dad, and the dude killed. They had a 2-year-old daughter, and the guy killed her in front of the daughter. Now, people, oh, kids resilient. She might not remember, but it might trigger her later on in life. So these are the type of things that needs to get handled through all the grief and the loss. They need to make sure that that child is good because she has to grow up not with only seeing it, but like, damn, my dad killed my mom, shot my grandma, and before he killed her, he had stabbed her. He stabbed her on April the 1st in front of the child. They weren't supposed to let him out. Somehow he got out on bond and end up taking her life. And it's just crazy. And I know it's a lot of stories like that, but
backdrop.
we really need to, like, you know, We gotta love ourselves. We gotta understand what loving ourselves truly is. Not just saying, not because you looking fly and looking good. Yeah, I'm living my best life. You know what I'm saying? It's more inner and deeper than that. So we gotta make sure we take care of our demons, our mentals, and all of that stuff before we end up in not only bad marriages, but friendships and other relationships.
I totally agree with that.
Can I address Robert? Drop, you are exactly right. I will come on camera, except for the fact that I ain't cute, because I wasn't playing in this live.
Yeah, that's the thing. There you go. If we in the future we're gonna plan the lives, have good conversation, and we all cam up and looking good. You know what I mean? Because we are a representation of what we're talking about. So we got to be
Well,
looking
look,
good.
I ain't gonna look. I cam up, but I ain't about to be saying I'm gonna be fixing myself. I'm gonna come as I am, like in church. Look,
For sure, for sure,
Girl,
definitely, definitely. But there's a bar that you
damn,
got
here
for
I go.
yourself. There you
For the
go, Mr.
record,
Warner.
I'm just not dressed today.
But again, the reason I posed this whole situation, just looking at, because I heard, and JJ, hey bro, you can get mad at me or whatever, just using this for commentary, bro. I kind of felt the hurt in your voice, bro, when you was like, you typed this, you didn't say this, and Cynthia chat, you was like, I tried to take my vows serious, and part of me believes that, but then looking at all the chaos, bro, that you caused, all the bitches and hoes you call your wife, bro, I'm like, you kind of brought this shit on yourself, man.
Yeah, and see, that's the immaturity level. Immaturity level. I do get some static. Do I need to go out and come back in?
I don't hear static from you.
Do you guys hear me good?
Now you still got echo.
But you say I don't.
echo.
Maybe I'm the only one hearing echo.
I don't hear one either. I don't hear echo.
How about you, Cole? What I sound to you?
No, I don't hear the echo. I hear some background stuff, like something's going on in somebody's background, but I don't hear echo.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
hearing. Yeah.
and I don't have anything on.
Yeah, I just think it's your it may just be your phone, because what it sounds like, it's like when you're talking and it's like you're saying the words but they're not coming out clear.
Okay, let me go down and come back,
Okay.
and maybe close out some apps.
Okay. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat again if she don't have it. But yeah, if somebody's in the
And
bushes.
great topic, by the way. Black Truth, a very eye-opening topic to us as a culture, and to us, you know what I'm saying? Just a good human being topic, because either we going through it ourselves, we know people, or now Miss Sawana gone now, and I still hear something.
You still hear
Somebody playing
something?
the TV or something.
Nah. Let me go on mute.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Do we still hear the noise on the do one do's? Let's get it. But yeah, I don't hear somebody playing the TV. You playing TV?
Nah, I don't have no TV on.
Oh, well, I don't know. It ain't that distracting.
No, it's really
What up,
not. What up,
Drop?
Drop? Hey, you froze, Drop. There's something going on. Drop froze. You still on, Coleman? Live still going?
Yeah, we
Oh,
still
okay.
here.
Okay. Well, Drop, you froze, bro. You might have to go down and come back up, but you froze, bro. But yeah, I appreciate that, Coleman. That was the whole intent, man. Just want to bring a good, healthy conversation to the table and see if we could discuss it, man. See if we could talk about it, because like I said, I got a lot of friends right now. They're going through it, ups and downs of marriages. Some who I say I'm a good listener when it comes to relationships, especially with my friends, because I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, man, leave her ass. No, I'm like, bro, no, you need to work that shit out, bro. You need to go get some counseling. You need to go and figure out what the problem is so y'all can work that shit out. I've always been an advocate for relations. Always.
And see, I'm a little in between because my thing with people, when people come and tell me about their problems, my thing is just basically strictly on them. Make sure that you're straight. Don't lose yourself. Like get back. You know what I'm saying? That'd be my advice. I
So
don't talk
again,
about the other person at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I done did that before, and I lost a friend. She come to me crying, "Oh, he doing this on that." Leave him there. He beating on you. You know what I'm saying? And I end up losing her because she got back with him. But
so your
we still friends. And every time she get mad when she call me, when they happy, she don't call me.
so your idea again is pretty much figuratively then to death do us part because there are conditions to where you like nah I will leave your ass if you doing X Y Z.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you keep it real, yes, for anybody.
So marriage isn't so those vows really don't mean nothing then you guys.
The
Let's
Bible
think
says
about it.
nothing about unconditionally.
It doesn't say unconditionally. So those we may need to rewrite the vows then when we go before
It
our
says
God to
for
get married.
better or worse, for richer or poor,
In sickness or in health,
or
till
in
death do
health.
us part.
Exactly. I would not lose my
Yeah,
husband if he gets sick.
but don't lose yourself. Do not lose yourself in it. Do not become in a depressive state. So
And I
if
think,
you're
right.
losing yourself, yeah, you gotta go. I'm
And
just sorry.
I think that when
I
they,
agree.
and I think that when those vows was written, it didn't mean that if you become a drug addict and can't get off, that I'm supposed to stay there, or if you're a killer or a rapist, I'm supposed to. That's worse. I don't think that those kind of things are what those vows are.
Right. So can y'all honestly say, and I know how we feel, but I want to get an honest opinion from y'all. Can y'all honestly say that y'all think that those two people really loved each other at one point? Like,
No,
you don't
no.
think
No,
so?
I don't think
no.
that they ever loved one another. I think that JJ,
I think the
absolutely.
opposite.
I don't.
No,
I feel that. I feel that it was one probably needed the other for various reasons, possibly because of the situation that they were in. Unhealthy. When you're unhealthy, you attract what you are, and I do believe that you attract what you are, and I just think that their unhealthiness and sickness attracted each other to each other. They probably always had a toxic relationship. I would say they started on YouTube, Facebook, fighting. Nothing was healthy about that.
My opinion for any marriage or even before the marriage, because that's why I tell people you got to get to know each other before you even move to any type of next steps. Okay,
Bingo.
and if you're not getting along or going through something, it's no need for the next step.
Well, cousin, according to her today, she didn't find out that he was HIV until after they were married. That's what she just said. That his baby mama told her after they were married that he was HIV. I
Well,
Well,
see,
people be
think that
lying a
they
lot,
both
so we don't even know if that's so. So I
right,
won't.
but I do believe they both got married thinking that they were in love. I do think that they thought that they was in love. I can't say rather is a lie or the truth. There's one thing for certain, two things for sure. I wasn't there. I just know that they only what they telling us. JJ got a
And,
lot of shit with him and a lot of stories, and so does she.
and in my focus with my conversation, I ain't even dwelling on them two folk. But it's more people like that in these situations that's out here. So again, Black Truth, shout out for this conversation because I even got people. I'm standing in a line at the DMV, and I got people nodding and agreeing and all this type of stuff.
Mhm.
Some good shit.
hey, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, people at the DMV, y'all sub to the channel. Hey, give us the channel, and we're gonna be having more of these conversations, man. Just come on over and let's we can talk about it, man. Because again, I was just thinking about. I just woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? We need to talk about this, man.
And you know, if you go back talking about those two people when they first met, JJ, according to one of her stories, she said that a while back that when they got married, JJ was the breadwinner. He was even going out of town to make money and was barely home. And that was one of the first problems that they had in their relationship. So he wasn't always as unemployed as he is now. And then per caller, he always gets that, but she always go to the job and get him terminated. I'm not saying they did not think that they were in love. I'm just saying that their behavior, from everything that we're hearing across the board, that there's been some toxicness and sickness in that relationship from the very beginning.
I definitely agree with that. But see, I mean, but even through the toxicity, there's still, in some cases, it's still some love in there. So me
You
personally,
can
to answer my
love,
own question, I think that they love the hell out of each other. And again, y'all can jump down on me, but hey, this is how I feel. I really feel that these people, they've been together way too fucking long. It's been too many ups and downs and frowns and smiles. They literally love the hell out of each other. That's why it came to YouTube. That's why it's so what it is now. If them people didn't love each other, they would have walked away from each other a long time ago and been like, man,
walk
fuck
away,
you, fuck you.
Well,
walk away
you
from each other and did what? They did. They don't. They kind of stuck in there. Faith is actually breaking a chain. That's just like saying an abusive person who's been in an abusive relationship for a long time would have walked away. For various reasons, people are in abusive relationships that they know they shouldn't be out of, but they're captivated in that relationship for different reasons for many years. Faith even said now a lot of times that she stayed with JJ because he had nowhere to go, which we all know, and he was sick. And I don't think that she was in love with him as much as she loved him and wanted to make sure that he was all right.
Okay.
I don't think that she was in love. She may have loved him, but she wasn't in love.
and
So,
then in
and
a lot of situations like this, love ain't got shit to do with none of it. Some shit is just for convenience. You
true.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
yes, yes. That's what I
You
mean,
put up
coach.
with a lot of shit for convenience.
Yes, that's
But then
exactly what I
too,
mean.
though, you don't think that you have to be in love to love someone, especially of
No.
a
No, no, two
well,
different
hear me
things.
out, hear me out. Someone that you call your husband, somebody that you gave vows to, someone who you said, "Hey, we gonna stick this thing out." You don't think that at some point there was love that may have turned into, well, you know what? I don't love you like I used to, but I got love for you.
Yes, yes, I do believe that.
So I think
Or
there had to
again,
be some type of love.
being in love with the convenience of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because this is convenient right now. So look, that's almost like a planned marriage type shit. You don't know the person.
Hey, but let me tell y'all something though.
He
Back
just
still.
Let me tell y'all a little secret in now. The thing about it, if you love a person, you never disrespect that person. I don't give a damn how mad you get.
Now, can we argue that? I've
Argue.
seen I've seen some
yeah.
people who I knew loved each other. I'm talking about without a
Mhm.
goddamn doubt. But
That's what I was about to say.
circumstances, man. When you mix sex, when you mix finances, when you mix
Yep.
infidelity, motherfuckers, hey, people get fed up and they will disrespect the shit out of you once they get fed up. I see what
Yeah,
you're
and it's
saying.
different
I see what you're
levels.
saying, 2P. You right, but on the surface, it can happen because some people just get fed up and be like, you know what, fuck this shit. You ain't gonna keep doing
Yeah.
me like this.
I'm talking about the disrespect and bitches and hoes. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
but it's
I
different
agree.
levels of it's different levels
The
of
levels
disrespect.
of it, yeah.
It might not be the bitches and hoes, but it might be other disrespectful
Yeah, because
things.
if you go, you don't never have to call me a bitch and a hoe. But if you cheat on me, you done disrespected me to the ultimate.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of the ultimates for sure. Cheating, nah, we
Even
don't do that.
emotionally. See, people get mixed up. You can even cheat
You too,
emotionally.
Gene Hope.
It's
But
not.
go
It
ahead,
don't
go
just
ahead.
have to be. It just don't have to be physical. It can be emotional.
It
It's
surely
still
is. Because
cheating.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, and that is so true. Two peas. I had a friend. We were friends, and I don't care what I asked this man for, what I needed this man for. He was Johnny on the spot. He probably ran to me as quick as he ran to his woman. We wasn't having no type of clue. But one day, his wife was angry, and she said it. You got too much love for this woman. You do for this woman. I don't give a fuck about the sex. I'd rather you have sex with her than give her your heart the way that you're giving it. And we
See,
literally had to stop being friends because she was right. He would do for me. I could call him out of his house in the middle of the night if I wanted to. If my car was broke down, or if I what for burial leave. Our friendship was just that strong. But to his wife, she wanted all of him, and nobody else should have that much of him. So he
But
was
okay,
cheating.
so let me ask you a question. From being in that situation, being the other person, just a friend, if you were the wife, could you put up with that?
No, I wouldn't. I damn sure wouldn't.
Yeah, I was about to say I
No.
couldn't put up with that either. Hell no.
But
You
and
know,
it's
disrespect to
so
me can be
interesting to
like, you
me.
know, my white blouse supposed to be washed delicate. And you done threw that shit up in the colors on purpose. To me, that's disrespectful.
You
To
said
me,
this shit
that's
is
like saying
on.
bitch or hoe. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And two P's to just be fair, I didn't realize that our relationship was that way until she said something. And when she said it, out of true love for him and being a best friend, I cut off the friendship so
You
that he
felt that you
could
was
feel.
disrespecting her?
I could feel what she was feeling.
Okay.
That
hey,
he,
I'll be
our
right back,
friendship
y'all.
was just too much.
Okay.
It wasn't like it was an abusive cutoff or anything like that. I just kind of stepped back and told him that, we're still friends, but your wife's supposed to be first. And if this is truly bothering her like that, and you got to cut somebody off, you need to make it me. And that's the pretty
Definitely.
our friendship kind of stopped. I mean, I
So
can say,
is he still married to that lady?
they're still married, and
Okay.
every now and then, like he may pick up the phone maybe every 6 months to a year or something and say hi. It's not the same or what it used to be, but I'm always happy to hear from him whenever he do reach out and say hi. But no, I don't treat him like he my dickless boyfriend and call him to do silly shit all the time anymore. Like go to my house and network and let the man in and different stuff like that. No, I don't do those things anymore.
I got you. But I mean, I can see that you, from your conversation, you weren't doing it to try to make the wife mad. You just like, hey, this my friend. He can help me. When he need me, I'm gonna help him. But
Yeah,
being that other person, I could see how that could be damaging. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you'll do more for this person than even though I'm quite sure he would have given her the world and has given her the world, but just having that access to him like that probably just made her feel that way.
right. Yeah,
And that's tricky sometimes because like you don't be feeling them in that way. They calling out to you and the next thing you know they getting emotionally
Attached.
yeah
yeah,
and all of that stuff and to me, because I had a couple friends during the years like that. Like we grew up together and everything. Then when you get with whoever you with and in our 30s and 40s, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you acting like we together. I don't want to hear about your wife or y'all problem. Like not like that because okay, say for instance they just, want help, we talking like homies. But don't, oh, I wish I had somebody like you and don't do that. So that's why I
Right.
had to cut off a lot of stuff because you with this whole woman, but emotionally romantic and fantasizing about why can't you have me? Like, no, when it
oh
get to that point, and then you start, oh, I'll do this. I don't need you to do this. Oh, you can ask. I'm just volunteer. No, see that right there? So I
and
had to cut off a lot of childhood, my dude friends, because all I used to hang with was dudes anyway. I'm a girls too, but most of my tight ones, never been romantic with me or nothing growing up. But now that you getting with your wife and your girlfriends, now all of a sudden, oh, I wish I could have had you. No, so I'm gonna stop giving you advice because it turned for the worse. It was weird.
yeah, I mean, and let me say this too. Everybody marries just differently. And this is some real shit, honestly. Somebody in my family, I'm not going to speak on who it is or anything like that, as if you all would know. But there has been infidelity in that marriage. That marriage is over 30 years old. His wife is perfectly happy. He's happy. She knows that the infidelity goes on, but she pays no attention to it. And one day we were all together having a very, very candid conversation. And we was like, we were all sitting around saying that if your husband or your man is cheating and I see him, do you want me to come tell you? And do you know that a lot of some of these women was, you better tell. I hear a lot of noise. Some of these women was, you better tell me. If you don't tell me, our friendship will be broken up. And there were other women that were saying, if you looking at our marriage and our marriage seems to be fine, I don't need you to tell me anything about the man that I've been knowing all my life. Because you telling me will make me have to deal with it. Right now it's working. So don't tell me. And she know her husband is cheating. Is she
Right.
around chasing him, trying to figure out what he doing? No. She goes shopping, she go hang out, she cook her dinner, she keep her house clean, she do everything that a wife would do for a man who she think is not cheating. She just don't deal with the cheating. She turned the other cheek and perfectly happy in her marriage according to her.
So she just not losing herself. She's still staying true to who she is and loving herself and keeping it going. So that's good too. That's always the best thing to do.
Well,
She's living life.
because what we all got to realize, we can't change nobody. We could be with somebody and want them to change, but if if you're gonna just let them be who they are, you just gotta love them how you love them and let them do their thing or leave. That's the only choice.
As long as it's not affecting self. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, if you want to make that choice to do that and do this, don't just let it affect you and your you know what I'm saying, your mind state. You just can't get broken down. You just can't give nobody else the power to break you down. So if people want to deal with that type of stuff, and as long as they happy, and we hope it's real happiness and not the fake kind, then you know, hey, just
I
as
think
long as we keep ourselves at our best.
yeah, yeah. Mama Simpson just said a very powerful statement. She said, Black Truth, you may be right about that. Those two loved each other, but I don't think they liked each other. And that's a very powerful statement to me.
Yes, it
Maybe
is. Shout out, Mama Simpson. Yep.
like them at all. And I definitely see a lot of relationships and marriages like that.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. That definitely makes sense. But at one point, they had to like each other. See, that's what I'm saying. There was a cause and effect. What caused them to be where they are now? I don't know. Who knows? But at one point, those two people were happy with each other, man. They had to have been.
I don't know
So,
when that was. Because see, I can't get past the point of how they met each other. They met each other on Facebook doing the exact same thing that they're doing now. He said that Faith was scamming him.
so it started with a scam.
Yes.
Mm.
I ain't fucking with y'all.
So it started with a sham scam. That's some shit right there, boy.
So I don't know what to say for them people.
It's tough, man. It's tough. But again, that's the reason we came on live today, because I just wanted to talk to y'all, man. I just wanted to see.
And
It,
and then you had JJ, who he admitted that he was living in his own place. Him and his girlfriend came on and said that he was a problem in the household. So the mother had get him out. There was him and his brother didn't get along. So if Faith was the only person that he had, it's easy to marry her. It's easy to be in love. You need somebody.
right. I agree, Carla.
it's easy for people to think they're in love because
That's
if
exactly.
you're in a vulnerable state, you know what I'm saying? You can identify anything with love. Somebody give you a smile. Oh my God, he wants me. He loves me. You know what I'm saying? So when you're troubled and you got a lot of going on, you can mistake things with love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yep. That's
You
what I say.
can.
Lust. People think lust is love a lot, and people think like is love. Shit, I had a whole girl breaking up with a guy, and because she had a gay woman beside her, doing what he wasn't doing, she ended up leaving the guy for the girl and thought she was gay for about 6 months.
Damn. That boy, she had that fire.
Yeah,
That's
and then
fire.
you got people who look for a lot of different things in a lot of different places. They may not find it in one person. One person can satisfy you emotionally. Then you have that physical satisfaction. Thank you. And you know what I'm saying? Like then you have that financial satisfaction. Cause some people never you have some people that just can't find that or haven't found one person. And that's why there's a tendency to stray. Oh God, somebody calling me. I'm sorry.
Okay. So again, y'all, is the 2022 marriage to death do us part, figurative or literal?
I
I'm gonna
definitely
start.
think it. Oh.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. One. I'm listening.
Oh no, I was going to say in 2022, I definitely think it's figurative. The new millenniums, I definitely think it's figurative now.
I do too. Now, but the question is it figurative because they now know what they deserve and know what they want and looking for, or is it figurative to the point where they're just like they're not sure if this is what they want to commit to for a lifetime?
I think it's figurative because they are a little more liberal in their thinking than it was many years ago. They think that it is their choice. They just don't think that they should hold bondage to anything.
I totally agree with that. I see that a lot. I see that a lot.
Yeah, they don't want to buy big houses. No, they don't want to buy houses. They don't want to do anything. Anything that'll hold a millennium's bondage, they're not interested in.
I definitely see that a lot. So is something wrong with black love then? What's wrong with black love? It's got to
I
be
think
black love.
I think black love is beautiful. I think that when two people get together and they can really, really make it work, I really think it is the most precious thing ever. I really do. And I hope most of us can find that. Even with the millennials, you may get married and don't feel bondage, but you marry that person that you just want to be with eternally.
So do you think people just need to explore more before they just lock themselves in long term? Do you think people just need to go out
Most definitely.
and
Yep.
men
I don't.
have his whole phase, woman have her whole phase?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Because you got to establish some type of friendship to, like Miss Cynthia just mentioned, to even see if you like the person. Because you can't be fooled. Because this one thing I hate people do too. You put your best foot forward when you first meet. Oh, you got people
Right,
don't want to fart, don't want to eat. They
right.
want to eat cute,
Hmm.
do all that stuff. I would look. My husband saw how crazy the fuck I was before he, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause like, yeah,
Hmm.
people need to show everybody they worst, they bad, or whatever. See if you can handle that shit. You need to go
Facts.
through some stuff together, like
Yep.
deaths, and see how that mentally going, how that's going to affect you. Like, people try to rush, oh, life too short, let's go ahead and do this. But you have to know you click. So I encourage people to serial date. Now I ain't saying go fuck everything you see now. But if you want to do that in a what I'm saying, in a healthy manner, yeah, test out the D. But you definitely have to check to test out, just every type of situation with a person. That's what I think. Because
How
it's
strong your bond really is with this person.
yeah, you really have to you have to go through like life tests. Cause you know how some people, oh, we were doing good, but ooh, when she lost her mama, she changed. I couldn't deal with her. She ain't want, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much stuff that go on. Oh, when he got sick, he changed because all that good sex and stuff ain't gonna last if health conditions come up, or
Right.
you never know what could come up. So you just have to see if that bond is. I encourage everybody to find a friend in a person and find everything you need in one person. So that way you won't be dipping off getting it from somewhere else, and you have to find somebody that allows you to be you, because you don't need to be, some changes and stuff are good, but always stay true to who you are. You advance and get better as a person, but
Right.
don't downgrade as who you are. Never lose yourself in them.
Right.
So
That's beautiful.
I'm mm-hmm.
That's 100 right there, though, Coleman. That's real shit. Never lose yourself trying to be with somebody else. That's a word right there.
Now you do have to make some sacrifices, but don't lose yourself.
There you go.
Facts.
Because some stuff have to be made. You have to make compromises, sacrifices, but don't lose your moral compass, your integrity, your love. Because when you start, those are red flags. When you start losing the essence of who you are, like that person right there is not meant for you. Yeah, everybody say counseling and all of that stuff, but the counseling goes on with the being in a relationship. Period, because life happens. You don't really need nobody. Well, I can't say because counseling do work for some people, but you live this shit. Like only you two live it. You can go to a counselor, tell your lies. Like what's going on now? People lie so much on here, you don't even know what's the truth. So when stuff come out, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have a spot in it to pick no type of sides because first of all, it ain't got shit to do with me. But you know what I'm saying? It's like that's mine. But you people go in counseling telling fucking lies. Just put it that way.
No, for
Because
sure. 'Cause they don't want to be. They don't want to be. They don't want to be told that they're the
right,
bad person.
But
right.
I got to step away. But I want to say this was a great conversation. I really like the platform and the way it's done. Do it more often. Sign me up. I'll come up sometime. But I like
Enjoy
it.
your input as always, Mr. Warner.
For sure. I appreciate you, Mr. Wanda. And we will. We'll do this more. We'll do this a lot more.
Okay. All right, guys. Let me go get my grandbaby.
Okay,
All
Mr.
right.
Wanda. Thanks
So,
for coming up.
All right.
Later.
Later.
But yeah, again, figurative and
Black
literal.
True. Look, I
Talk to me.
feel I done ran my mouth so much. I ain't heard too much from 2P. 2P.
yeah,
Two P's just
y'all
chilling. She's
doing
soaking it
it.
all in.
Nah, I was gonna say, to me, well, from the way I do a relationship, this is my thing. I gotta be your friend first before I can be your lover. If we can't be friends, ain't no way in the hell we can be lovers.
That's a fact. Now we can
So
have sex, but we can't be lovers.
right. I mean, but well, yeah, but true. But I mean, we're speaking on a relationship marriage thing, though, remember?
Facts.
So I mean, I don't understand if we can't be friends, how the hell we gonna get married?
No, we ain't doing that. That's what I'm talking about. That is totally off the radar. If I know that you make me feel some type of way when we're together, there is no way that I could say to death do us part because I'm not gonna mean that shit.
Exactly.
And I'm a horny motherfucker, so I had to learn like you need to mind fuck me. And that's a
Fact.
part of being friendship too. You have to stimulate this mind as well as you make me bust that nut. So that sometimes get a little confusing too, the physicality of something. Oh, I'm sorry, 2Ps, Lord.
Nah, you good. Don't finish your statement, Coleman.
Coleman says she wants you to bust that brain nut before you can bust that body nut on her. That's what she's talking about.
It's best to do so. Like
It's
it's
true. That's why I call foreplay.
She
Shit,
want that
foreplay.
mind to come first.
There you go. Right.
Once you make that mind come, the body will follow.
It's not always
right.
you know.
And then you're
you-
establishing a understanding and a know of each other. You know, I want to feel how you. I want to know how you gonna vote. Damn it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Are you
Getting to
voting
know
at
each
all,
other.
or how you feel about this? I want to know, do you believe in the Almighty, or
Right.
you worshiping a tree or some shit? You know,
Right.
like, so later
You
on we won't
see?
be we gonna clash because nothing is ever perfect. You got to be able to put with each other's crazy, and there has to be some balance. You can't be
You're
two
right.
toxic people together
Right.
thinking
There you
something
go.
gonna work out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It
That's
has
right.
to be, and you can't have a mental of being a savior because only God can save you. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
You get it's a balance, and and that's what this goes beyond marriage. This goes with just living out
No,
here,
that's
and
not
you
right.
not out here alone anyway.
Right. But now I like how you just said that. This goes way beyond marriage. This is just it's a basic concept of relationships. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like I could be your friend and I could love the hell out of you as a friend. And I could do everything that your husband would do for you, minus the sex and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I could have a genuine love for you and not try to be your man. You know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about being someone's wife and or husband, it has to go deeper than that. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? That's why that unconditional love has to be there. It's no other way. It's
Exactly.
got to
There's
be
no
there.
other way. There's no way around it. I mean,
And
like
it,
I said, it's a
mhm.
difference. People holler, "Oh yeah, I love you." No, are you in love with me?
Right. And I need to see it. I don't need you to hear it. I was just talking to this
Exactly.
female the other night, and
Show
we had
it to
a
show me. Your action
right.
speaks louder than words. Words are
There you
just
go.
words.
Right. I don't prescribe to words. I
Right,
prescribe
because
to
it's an
action.
adjective, but I need some action behind it.
Thank you.
But don't
Facts.
y'all
That's
think these
exactly.
same rules apply? Don't y'all think these same rules apply with friendships? Because you don't want a toxic friend. You don't want no one that's gonna
Exactly.
put you down.
That's the
You
reason
know.
why you should become friends before you take that next step to,
Right.
to be in a relationship and to be lovers. You have to become friends first. Hell, we got to get to know each other
You
because
have to. So that
you
interview
know,
process is serious. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a process. It's a step. I mean, it's bumps, there's curves, and everything isn't perfect. But the thing is, if you're in love, guess what? You're willing to get over those little minor, little petty bumps because it's not going to always be roses. It's impossible.
Right.
If it is, it's a lie.
So per the subject, the people who are literally taking their vows serious are the people who were friends and had a genuine love and like for each other in the beginning versus them just meeting and circumstances brought them together and then they got married. That's more so from what I look at, that's more of a figurative love. Like I love you up until that point that
Mm-hmm.
you don't know about that's in me, but when it come out, I ain't gonna love you no more.
There
And
you
that's
go.
like y'all saying right now, that's two people who really don't even know each other.
There you go.
They still trying to get to know each other to see where the boundaries in that limit is at. It's like, oh no, you didn't hit that limit that I had in me that you didn't know about, so now I'm out.
See? And for people to just give up just overnight, that it never was love.
You do have to fight for love. The real love,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Real love is worth
Requires
fighting for.
work,
It's
requires
hard work
working.
and it's
Yeah.
worth the fight. You know what I mean?
It's
Real
You
worth
ain't
love
it.
is.
lying. It's a full-time job. It's a
Damn right.
full-time job.
Damn right. As long as you're
For
doing
real,
your
for real.
job, it's a full-time job.
I agree.
And what's gonna be your level of disrespect? Like you gonna pay, like you gonna push it to the limit of what we seen, or you just gonna throw a delicate blouse and freaking color clothes? You know what I'm saying? Like, or you gonna fart on them or some shit? Like we like, what's gonna be the level? Cause we gonna get angry at some point. and it's how you fight. Like there is healthy. It's a such thing as healthy fights. It's
I
a such
agree.
thing as fighting healthy.
I
Right.
totally
I don't
agree.
know what term that is. Two P's will bring that up in her Tuesday sessions. But yeah, but it's a way of fight healthy because ain't nowhere in the world everybody would say my saying that song. It ain't gonna be lingerie and wine and you know what I'm saying? That fight,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some fire. And when that smoke
Right.
clear, you gonna dry your tears. Only in love and war. Oh, I'm
But
sorry. I
see,
had to turn everything into a song. Okay.
but no, you're
Yeah,
making
for real
sense.
though.
But that's how those bricks are getting laid, though. That foundation that Two P's talked about earlier. That's how you continue to build on a good, solid foundation. If you
Right.
build on a cracky and rocky
Can't
foundation,
allow no
then those
cracks
bricks ain't
in the
gonna. They can't
foundation.
stand. They're gonna fall over
No,
as you're building.
it'll crumble. It slowly start crumbling.
You can't allow no crack literally in a situation. Any
You
kind of
can't.
cracks.
There you go.
And see, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. So as soon as a crack is saw by both of y'all need to get together on y'all knees, get some goddamn mud, putty, or whatever you need to fucking do, and y'all need to
And you
both
tear
fill
that
that crack up
motherfucking now, what you the best way to fix it is you tear that foundation up and lay down a new one.
together.
There
Yeah,
you go.
together,
Or separate.
together.
Together.
Because ain't
Because
no need.
sometimes,
Because after
yeah,
that crack can come back.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Or you get a crack somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So
No, that's
you
real.
have to
yeah.
tear that foundation up, and y'all have to lay down a new one.
I agree.
Yeah, because if you got a nigga rig some shit up, it
It's
ain't
not
It
gonna
worth
ain't
last.
work. It ain't
yeah.
work. It's gonna eventually shit get some more cracks.
But see, that's what we seeing today with some of the things we discussing today. How some shit was nigga rigged, and some things just weren't talked about and was just swept under the rug. And then now this shit is
And
coming to a
misery.
head.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's coming to a head, and it's like, fuck it. Hey, this is what I've been wanting to say to you all this motherfucking time. So now I got my opportunity. Fuck it.
But you know, at the end of the day, I don't care how mad I get at an ex. I would not bring it here for the public to hear me to
Never.
humiliate my wife. Because guess what?
That's a word.
I was married to this
True.
person that I'm talking about that I'm dragging. I
Cause I'm a
love this
reflection. I'm
person.
a
You
reflection
feel
of
me?
you.
Yes,
So if you
exactly.
all fucked up, then guess what? I was fucked up
I'm
too the
fucked up.
whole time.
Thank
Pow,
you.
pow.
So why? And furthermore, why would I put strangers in my business?
Right. I agree. For others to
If I went on
judge,
birthday
and
with somebody today, nobody even know. Because guess what? It's nobody's business.
it's
That's my
nobody's business.
business.
If you want your marriage to fail, that's all you need to do. Go
There you
tell
go.
somebody who ain't
Mm.
married, who you know ain't right for you. They are gonna make sure that your ass is gonna be unmarried soon. I can
There you
promise
go.
that.
There you go.
Hmm.
They're gonna make
And then
sure
a
of
lot of
that.
people be like, I hear a lot of married couples be like, how you single and you trying to give me advice? Anybody can give you advice. It doesn't matter
Exactly.
who the advice coming from if it's good advice. So I hate
Right.
that line. You single. You ain't married. How can you tell me something? Okay, it was
But
maybe
this
something.
is my. But
Mhm.
the thing is, guess what? They've been in relationships too. I mean, marriage is a relationship.
But then, I mean, maybe the single person has a clearer mind, and there's no love, and there is no feelings, and they can
There
see it
you
for what
go.
it is.
Exactly.
They see it clear cut for what it is. Where this man is out there cheating, you don't want to believe he's cheating because you love him so much, and they just like, look, girl, you need to leave that nigga ass because of X, Y, Z, not just some made up shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know if this question was asked before I hopped on here, but what do y'all do in that situation when you see like y'all for you friends or whatever, and you see the wife or the husband or the girlfriend or boyfriend or girlfriend, boyfriend. You see that other half either try to holler at you or you actually seeing them dating or doing something. Like what will be you all stance? Chat too, even though
Well,
I can't see y'all. But what
my
would be
first,
y'all stance on that as a friend?
my first initial reaction, it depends on how close me and this friend is. You know what I mean? If they my ride or die, then I have to tell. I have to make them aware of what's going on.
Hey, Miss Irene.
But at the same time, I've been in that situation where I told a family member that, you know, something was going on that I knew about. And they broke up. And that shit really fucked me over because I was young when I did that shit. And they separated, they got divorced. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, am I the reason? I grew up thinking, damn, I was the reason my nieces and nephews now don't have their family together. So that's tricky, man. That's really tricky right there.
I had a story similar to that, but this was a cousin, right?
Hey, Irene.
And I was out at the club, and I seen their boyfriend at the club in her truck with another female right in front of me. I mean, standing like 2 feet in front of me. So I politely went outside and I called my cousin, right? So check this out. I didn't hear from him. So I asked my other cousin, I said, what did cuz say about um what I told her? She told me, she said, well, she said stay out of her business. I said, you sure know what to say. And from that day, every weekend, he was in there with almost a different girl, and I never said another thing. So that right there, I stay out of people's business.
Yep, and I told y'all about the one friend that stopped talking to me. She used to come with the black and blue. So I told y'all about that one. So let me tell y'all about my dude friend. See, we would be on lunch at the same time when I was working at the other place. So we would go and meet. We didn't meet up, but he was there, and we did lunch at the same place. So he used to have one of his coworkers at first. I'm like, okay, that's just a coworker. And he see me, he was like, okay, that's just Nick. She cool. She ain't gonna say that. Cause mind you, me and the dude are best friends. But me and his girl have became friends too. So just what I did one day, being my little messy self. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's so cool. Like every day. And then the day I saw them kiss, I was like, oh shit. So what I did, I just asked the girl to meet me up for lunch at the same place so she could see it for herself. Now she
Mm.
appreciated that. But I started shutting the fuck up now.
So hold
But
on before you go on. So you didn't tell her, you allowed her to find out on her own by way
yeah,
of
but I kind of set it up. That's why I said I was a little messy. Cause like I said, at lunchtime every day, no doubt, whether he a little 30 minutes behind me or ahead of me, he brought that girl with him. And when I saw him kiss, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get her to meet up." So I was messy because I kind of set it up, but I let her see it. I set it up so that she could see it, and she appreciated it. And we still friends, and I'm still friends with him, but they just not together. So instead of them trying to work it out, she just knew that wasn't something that she was gonna allow. Because you know how some people so smooth with their shit, right? They still handle home. They still nice and sweet, and they being nice and sweet and doing stuff for somebody else. So it'd be some instances that you would never expect, and then it'd be those instances that you do expect, something. But yeah, I was a little messy, but I grew up. I was like in my 20s then, but I don't do shit like that no more. But no, I'm telling a lie. Because if it's my sister or my cousins or something like that, I don't know. It depends. It depends. I still might do it, but I don't be around much, and I don't want nobody to be telling me much stuff. So I don't know. It
well,
depends. It
see,
depends.
I'm
I'll
like
tell
you
you
on that
this,
because I
but
try
my
to stay out
cousin
of people's business.
did.
I try to turn, I don't want to hear about it. Don't tell me
Mm-mm.
about it. Go fix that shit with your mate. That way I don't have to be in this shit. I don't have to go out and
Yeah.
see somebody and feel like I got to tell you. Like, look,
Look,
man,
one said two
handle
peas
that.
said shit. Look, now
I ain't
two
seen
peas said
nothing. I ain't heard
everything.
nothing.
You hear me?
Because at the end of the day, just like what we seen on YouTube, once they get back together, what is going to happen? Now you become
Mm.
the target.
That is so true.
You become the target.
Yep.
And then it's like, well, damn, I thought I was doing something right and productive trying to help you out, but you got back with this nigga, and then now y'all double teaming me and shit. I should have stayed out of it in the beginning.
But I'm gonna tell you the reason why I had that stance at that point, because I would want somebody to tell me or shut. No, I'd rather somebody to do me like I did old girl. I want to see that shit. So I am kind of the type. Tell me, fuck that. Tell me, show
Yeah,
me.
and look,
No, I
tell
definitely want to
me
know.
too,
Now, I ain't gonna
because
lie. Now, I want to know. Oh, I
like,
need to know. If some shit
tell
going on
me,
behind my
'cause
back, I ain't gonna get
shit.
mad with you. I'm gonna be mad as hell though, but you need to tell me, goddamn.
Tell me because I be faithful. I be faithful in a relationship. You feel me? So hell yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, I can't turn a blind out of that.
Nah, that's
I think
yeah.
Yeah,
lying
so
and
being I wanted to be told, I felt that, but I know how I am and I don't give a fuck. Like I ain't gonna get mad with you. I ain't in this romantic relationship, marriage, or nothing with you. So,
thank
you
you,
know what
my
I'm saying?
brother.
Now if it's some messy shit now, like some lies, you know what I'm saying? You might get, a smack up or something like that. But if it's some real shit and you coming at me on some serious shit and this is really happening, yeah, I wanna know. Tell me. I just don't like
Yeah.
play. I don't like the messy shit with people trying to call something or something and be lying. That's what I
Right.
Mm-hmm.
don't like.
Trying to destroy something good.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Right. And you have a lot of those people out there like that. That's why I was saying those single men or women. You know what I mean? If you divest too much into them, they can pull you to the streets, man. They can pull your ass right into the streets.
Yeah, but
And you
see,
got them miserable married ones that do it.
That is
yeah, but
true.
see, it's still up to you to say no.
There you go.
That's a
It's
fact.
all on your reaction.
Cause see, at the end of the day, I can go hang anywhere, hang out anywhere. I don't go there to pick up nobody. I actually go to have a good time, and I bring my ass home.
Right.
But
And you
people
can't
have it in
control who try to
their head,
holler at you either. Like you can't control who try to holler at you. It's
right?
it's all about your response.
It's
Yeah,
all about the
exactly. It
response.
ain't
I
what you
totally
do; it's how
agree.
you do it. So but you have people mindset. Shit, let me see how many numbers I can get tonight. What? You still do that? What?
Right. Especially, I
You
mean, if you
need
with
to
if
grow
you
up,
with somebody,
dude.
you got
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah, exactly. So, that's the mindset that, people have now. They go to the club just to either have a one night stand or pick somebody up. You know, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's a young mind. You know what I mean? Like you said, I mean, once you get older, you go into that club or that bar for yourself. You like shit. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to have some fun. I'm trying to
Right.
just talk
Just
to
want
some
to get out
people.
and
Now, if some
have some
shit pop
drinks and
off
kick
now,
it.
where shorty say, "Hey, shit, I'm digging your style. Let me come back to your crib." Now that's something totally different. That's one of them shit. Let's make it happen.
All
But
right.
just to be out there head hunting, yeah, that's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
That's
little
all my
youthful.
that's all my homeboy be saying. I said, man, damn, y'all too old, dog. Y'all 40-something years old.
See, but that's when people go out there and catch some shit that they ain't when like when you go
Exactly.
fishing and you throw that shit out there and you catch a turtle instead of a
Ooh-wee,
fish.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when motherfuckers be catching them turtles and be like, God damn, I fucked up.
Well,
Like, no,
shit.
son, yeah, you out there fishing for turtles instead of fish, my guy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna be in something that I'm gonna be sitting here worried about what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't
Right.
about to live my life like that, playing Inspector Gadget and fucking Jessica Fletcher and all that. I'm not about to be Sherlock Holmes and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a miserable way to be. Like you spending your whole life ready to catch something, find something, fish for something. Like that shit, it gotta be miserable. Doing that shit, no. I don't give a fuck. I'm too old for that shit. Damn, he done got knocked off his own panel piece.
Yeah, he'll be back.
But he
He
gonna
been
be
doing
back.
that. Yeah, he been doing it. There you go.
There
No,
you go.
you're absolutely right. No, the older you get, now the more you realize, nah, man, that shit is for the birds right there. That's just like
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of people platforms and this whole manosphere thing. I watch guys, or if I'm going out, shit, I'm spending 200. She got to be kicking off something. I know a lot of guys feel that way. Me personally, look, man, if I go out with a woman, me personally, if I ask her out, I'm paying for everything, whether I get the pussy or not. Because guess what? If she was with me or not, I'm still gonna have fun. So if
Exactly.
you tagging along with me, you finna have fun like a motherfucker, and it's not contingent upon your panties. Now, at
Exactly.
the end of the
Just have a
night,
good time.
if you're trying to give me some panties, I'm damn sure taking. But that's not contingent upon your panties if we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time because I want to have a good time any motherfucking way. I'm the turn
Right.
up king when I go. I want to have a good time. Shit, we're gonna ball out.
Right. Right.
Damn right.
Yo, what up, Rocket?
What up with it, Rocket?
What up,
Yeah,
rock, rock?
yeah, we just having some grown folks talks, man. Talking
Mm-hmm.
about these vows, man. How we feel about the vows and all that
Well,
good
let
I
stuff.
me
take
ask
them.
y'all this:
I
Who
take them
set
serious. You feel me?
who
I take them
set
serious.
these vows though? Like,
See, there you go.
cause to me, a marriage thing is like a script as part of the legalities of it.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
The legalities of it. Okay, you get a piece of paper. You got to do
Mm-hmm.
this. You got to do that. Boom, you sign. You got a license. You married. Okay, that don't save nothing. You hear a lot of
Right.
people, they get caught cheating and shit. Then the next thing they proposing. You know what I'm saying? And then you think you done won. Oh, cause he married me, bitch. Or she married me. You know what I'm
But it
saying?
ain't about
It's
the paper though.
exactly.
No, the
It's
paper
not
don't
about
mean
that
shit.
paper. It's not about that ring. Like to me, it's all a business. Cause these extravagant weddings people have, it ain't for y'all. It's to show
Right.
out and show off.
Right.
Shit, I don't need all that. You hear me?
So I never been the type. Ooh, I want this little. I ain't never been that type.
I'll
Oh,
never
I got
be
to
like
have this. I
like
got to
that.
have. Oh, my gown has to. Like I ain't never want no Cinderella, Disney princess, cause all that shit fake. Like you
Right.
putting on for the fucking city. You
For the
want your
city.
marriage to go down in history. You done
Nah, I
Right.
spent
take
more
that back.
on that damn wedding. How many investments did you make after? How faithful and truthful and loyal was the relationship after? You know what I'm saying? You got these extravagant weddings and stuff, and people going through hell. So
Nah,
my
Or
I
they
thing
take
don't.
it
is,
back.
They only last a year or two, and it's over.
yeah. So do y'all believe in having that big extravagant wedding, or
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? It's all about like, are you? I'll put it
nah.
this way: Are y'all for showing off for the city, being the most talked about, the best wedding in history, or you really
Nah.
focus on each other? And again, who now? You know, like we write our own vows and stuff, but ain't there some vows that like the state or something wrote, right? Whoever like who
Well, see,
make
that
them
goes.
vows, yo?
See, hold on. That goes back to the topic, right? To death do us part. See, we didn't put that shit in there. You know what I mean? It's a lot of parts of the vows that we didn't put in there. That's per someone else writing these out for us that they got us reciting every time we get married. Versus the people, like you said, who set their own vows and like, hey, we're gonna say what we want to say. We're not gonna abide by this script. Because basically it's just like it's a template. That is a template that everyone uses once they get married. You know
And
what I
it's a
mean?
legal script because you got to
It's a
peep,
legal
right?
script.
The legalities of a marriage. Like Mama Cynthia just said earlier, she been with some her dude for 30 years plus more. I'm pretty sure their union is strong. You can still have the legal, like, okay, if something happened to me, you get this share.
That's
Like
called a
it's a
will. Put it
verbal,
in the will.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a verbal prenup type shit, and it's a will. And it's
Mm-hmm.
how you just treat each other and hold each other down without the script or the legal shit needed. But then again, a will is legal and certain stuff like that. So our marriage is really worth it? Or you know, like I'm just like, is that
Well,
piece of paper really worth it?
well, just like you saying, just like Irene said, like you said, just like Mama Cynthia said, it is a contract. That's all it is. It's the if this doesn't work out, this is how we're going to split up what we have left, and we'll move forward. And we're gonna have to put the judge in it, so because he's gonna be the whatchamacallit party who has nothing to do with either side, and he's gonna make sure that you get what you need and I get what I need. So that's all it is. It's a contract. Same type of contract that, let's say, Rocket would use when he's building houses. Hey, if I build this shit properly, you're gonna pay me X, Y, and Z. If I don't build it properly, then hey, you got grounds to do what you got to do. Either sue me or whatever you need to do. So it's a contract.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the married people that shame. Well, he ain't put a ring on it yet. Okay. But the stability of the relationship is more stronger than y'all and y'all paper and y'all ring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just be hearing like with some, because I was on a platform on what was it, Facebook or something,
But
and
see,
people
you
talking
don't
about,
love. You don't own me to cut you, but you don't love with the finger. You love with the heart. But go ahead.
there you go. So that's why I'm saying for these, like married couples that shame, because they were in the in the crowd and stuff, screaming at the people. Well, bitch, you 5 years he ain't married you yet. You ain't doing something right. You know what I'm saying? You have like the marriage shamers and stuff.
Yeah, you do have those.
Yeah, it just be crazy. Or like the people that get married multiple times is no different and from you having multiple boyfriends or girlfriends. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like relationships, period, is just some work. And we need to find out where we fit in with the people we are choosing to be in relationships with.
Ding, 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 ding. There you. That's the whole thing right there. That is the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. Me personally, I'm on a journey in my life where I'm not accepting the first thing that comes to me. I am being very particular with who I choose to move forward with because it's got to be for a lifetime. You kind of see what I'm saying? So I'm giving interviews and I'm making sure that I'm asking the proper questions. I'm making sure that I find out at least 75% of what I need to know before I move forward. You know what I mean? It's quite a few females that's they biting, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? This is about me being happy in the end, trying to make somebody happy. So I need to take my time and just relax. Don't worry about what nobody else got to say. I don't give a damn what all these married people got to say about me being single and out here doing my thing. I don't give a fuck because I know what I'm looking for. I can't be with this person because you think they're a good person. That's not what I see.
Right.
And what I say all the time, people mess up thinking, oh my God, I'm going to find somebody that complete me. No, you need
No,
to be already halfway completed, if not
that's the
fully
key.
complete. And they just
Exactly.
need to be a bonus.
They
They
got to
need to be an
complement your
addition.
completeness. They got to
Yeah,
complement
you
your
don't.
completeness. Exactly.
And I think Whoopi wrote a book. If they say you complete me, then run. Because you
Facts.
don't need to be looking, you know?
Facts.
And
Because at
that's
the end of the
situations
day,
that we see now because you
right,
was trying to find somebody to complete you and then they didn't follow suit.
right. They
So
couldn't
now
fulfill their
there's
end
this
of the
toxicity.
bargain.
Right.
Right. There
And
you
you didn't
go.
do your part either. And so because we tend to a lot of times blame others and not look
Right.
at ourselves and the
Look at
part that
self.
we had in it.
There you go. Like, what did I do wrong? Where did I
Yeah.
fuck up this thing at? You know, where was I inadequate at? Not to be back with this person, but to make myself a better person. It's
Right.
all about experiences, man. It's about experiences and growth. If you ain't
Because we
growing,
quick
man, you're
as humans
dying.
for that. We as humans make that mistake a lot.
We
Because we're
do.
quick to blame. And you notice how somebody can pick somebody else apart, but then they just as
Right.
messy and as fuck and just as lost themselves. But they know how
Facts.
to pick everything about everybody else apart, and they
Right.
miss that whole the whole person that it's all about. Who you
And
looking
that's
back
self.
at in the mirror?
That's a
Yeah,
fact. That's a fact.
it's
That's so
crazy
true.
how that happens a lot. Like
It
you see this
does.
in our YouTube experience. Everybody else can point out where everybody else do. Well, bitch, nigga, like what about you? Like you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like you telling me all of this and everybody else business, but what shit? Your shit ain't peachy creamy.
Facts.
Like what the fuck? Like I wouldn't dare come up here and pick nobody apart for shit.
No, that ain't my business.
I give you some, you know what I'm saying? But just to bash and trash somebody, and then because like when we was talking about me and Two P's, we was on the platform with the Will Smith and all of that was going on, and I was like, we have so much expectations of everybody else, do we hold ourselves to these same expectations?
And see, now you talking some real shit right now.
Exactly.
You talking some real
Do
Exactly.
shit,
we really hold
exactly.
ourselves to these same?
And a lot of us don't. That's the thing. We want this.
Hey,
A
Boogie.
lot of us want this Superman or Superwoman, but we're not willing to be their Superman or Superwoman. We want to just be they Robin.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
hey, you everything. You go do it, and I'll just sit here and whatever. No, if you want me to be your Superman, you got to be my goddamn Superwoman. Shit.
Right. And some people
There's
have
something I want
checklists.
out of this too.
And then there's the checklist. I don't know if y'all remember Chili. She had a reality show, and her man
Yeah.
got to be this, her man got to be that. Okay, well, what are you gonna bring? You never said once what you will bring to the table, but you got this checklist of what you want, and you don't even reach to some of those heights. You know what I'm saying? So it's
That's a
still in the
fact.
Yeah.
end all about self. Like you have to be like self has to know yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta be true to who the fuck you is before you expect anything. Like, how can I expect two peas not to go to fuck off on something? And if I was in this situation, I'd be doing the same fucking thing. I might not be doing it the same way she's doing it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I have any expectations of two peas that I don't hold for myself?
Oh, for
That
yourself.
just
No,
be
that's
my
real.
thing sometimes up here. Yeah.
Facts.
No, that's real. That's real shit though.
Facts.
But
Yeah.
you know, a person can only see as far as their eyes can see. If the mirror ain't in front of them, they can't look back at itself. They can only critique what they see in front of them. You know what I mean? But maybe some of us just need to go around holding mirrors to motherfuckers all the time. Like, hey, look, you see, look, you fucked up too now. Don't be trying to judging me for. You
And
got
then
shit
it's
going
all
on
about
too.
timing with people. And it's all about timing with some people because when people say woke, like we go through a lot of different awakenings throughout life. You know, it's a lot of things with sleep too. We're not completely woke to everything because we haven't experienced everything. So
That's a
it,
fact.
it, it becomes a time in life where we you know what I'm saying, we have awakenings to different type of things. So, you know, before I give my opinion about something, if I haven't ever been through it, I can't really give an opinion of anybody else's reaction of it. You
Not
know, so
accurate. Not accurate. I mean,
yeah,
you could
not
go out how
accurate.
you feel. Put your feelings in
Yeah,
there.
you can give an emotional opinion.
Hey, somebody calling me. I'll come right back.
Okay.
You can give like an emotional reaction, but sometimes we don't really feel. You gotta close it up. Sometimes like you really don't have a fully understanding of something unless you or somebody you know have actually experienced it. Because you know, I can have an opinion about something and then some drastic things can happen in my life and my opinion can change. So that's why I
Right.
say we go through life with you know, we have awakenings throughout life. We're never woke to every freaking thing out of this bit.
No.
We like to think we
Right.
are, but there's periods in our lives that we have a reawakening, so to speak.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I
I mean,
gotta
like you
drink
said
some
earlier, though,
water.
you gotta go through it though. You have to go through it to understand what it is, what it's about, how it feels, how it make you feel. To understand now how it would make someone else feel.
Yeah, that's just like somebody going to school to be to work to be in like the human services or social work profession, to work with troubled kids, and you going by a script, and you from the suburbs, you never struggled a day in your life, you know what I'm saying, but you trying to reach the urban kid, like you will fall short because the book is not teaching you what somebody that's actually from the urban community can
What
actually teach a person.
life
Yeah,
experiences they
like
taught that person.
yeah. So that's why on a job, along with this piece of paper, you also have to have some type of experience because I mean, you just can't see like somebody coming trying to reach a urban kid and they ain't even did nothing but spend one night or something. And they think they know it, or because of what they like different statistics and studies and stuff of an urban kid. You didn't see the true essence. You just saw some footnotes from a
Right.
conversation. You didn't even get the true essence of that conversation. So you don't have a full true experience. So when you
Right.
go into this profession, you find yourself falling short. Like this piece of paper that you just spent all this money for, you see that it was kind of sort of a waste of time. It got your foot in the door, but you lack that real life experience of it. And you
Right.
know, that's how a lot of people fall short with different stuff too.
I agree. And then unfortunately, marriage is one of those things where, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you really can't be taught how to, how to love somebody and be with that person and do the marriage thing. You got to go through it, you know what I
Right.
mean, to understand what it's about.
Yeah, go back to that vow script. You just trying to do
Right.
this and do that. Oh, he beating on me, but we said that death do us part. Oh, he cheating
Right.
on me, but it said,
See,
you know
here we
what I'm saying?
go.
Like you
Right.
following a script because you
Right.
hadn't experienced this marriage yet, or you had, but you hadn't experienced this marriage with this person or this relationship with this person before.
But I
You
mean,
know,
I
some
can't,
signs from your past experience can, ring some type of bells, but you got to fall accordingly to this specific person, and you know.
but it's got to be tough for one person to say they treat you like shit, they do you dirty. You know what I mean? Although they love you and they do some good things, but then for them to turn around when you get fed up and say, "All right, I'm tired of this," but I thought it was death do us part. Are you gonna give me one more chance?
Mhm.
Like, no,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you don't get no more chance. You done wore them motherfuckers out. No more
And
chances
when
for
you
you.
put on for the world, like you over exaggerate, because like words really sometimes don't mean nothing to me, because people are very good wordsmiths. You know what I'm saying? The actions is what speak. When they say action speaks louder than words, they won't lie,
That's the key.
because you can hear some words
Hmm.
that's coming out of somebody's mouth, but they not following suit with it. They not walking that walk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you see some people who's putting on for the world, oh, and they over exaggerating, bragging or whatever, oh yeah, they the best. Oh, they treat me right. Then something pop off, and we hearing that this shit was fucked up the whole time, but you put on
See,
for the whole city.
I say I'm glad you said that because see that happens in a lot of relationships. Because what'll happen, a mate will speak so highly of their mate to other people, to where when it do get bad, they can't say shit because they done said all this good shit, and they want to be looked at like the perfect couple. You know, they don't want to go to counseling. They don't want to get it together because they want to be looked at as that perfect power couple. When
So
only if
instead
they
of
may have
people
needed.
telling lies, trying to make them sound good,
Right.
you
They
know what
need
I'm
to be
saying?
honest.
You just got to do your thing, or don't say nothing at all, because like people overdo it with talking. People don't realize they talk. That's why you hear people be like, "Oh, let them talk." They'll eventually tell on themselves, because you're
Oh
doing
yeah.
all this big talk and your actions is like, what? Like, I'm lost.
It ain't adding up. That math ain't mathing.
Mm-mm.
That's a fact.
But you know how you know how a lot of relationships go really bad, and it's one little simple thing. If you can't communicate, it ain't gonna work.
They say conversation rule the nation, so you got to be able to talk,
You got to, because you can't work it out if you can't talk about it. How you gonna fix the problem if you can't talk about it?
and you can't fix it on YouTube. You can't fix it going live, popping lives, continually trying to dig holes.
Right?
You know what I mean? Because shit, eventually that hole gonna be so big you dug, you ain't gonna be able to climb back out that motherfucker.
Because see, the thing about it, when you bring it out here, like they say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one, and they usually stink. So why would you bring it out here?
Right. I totally agree.
And
And
I
it's
want
sad that
to
on this platform, our friendships just go so awry so quick. It could be big sis, big bro, big sis, big bro. But then let one little small thing happen and it's like, I let you borrow $40 and you owe like, whoa, what the fuck? I thought we were supposed to be better than that. That you can handle me offline if you had an issue with me like that versus we just losing it on this public live just because we had a small issue off live. You guys see what I'm saying?
Well, actually, that situation came up because somebody else
Stuck their
said
nose
something.
into that shit.
Right. That person wasn't gonna never say anything.
I agree. I seen that. You're right. But see, that person
Hmm.
that stuck their nose in it was getting so much. My personal opinion, she was getting so much goddamn mouth from the one person to where she got tired of hearing that shit, and she like, well, fuck it. If you ain't gonna call her out, I'll call her ass out.
See what I'm saying?
But she didn't know the whole backstory behind the shit. Like she owed this woman some fucking money, and her cootie pappy got touched. Like you told her, she told her just enough to make her go off, but she didn't tell her enough to make her say, "Oh shit, I ain't getting in this shit."
There you go.
And disclaimer, we ain't speaking as no perfect motherfucking people. We speaking on this shit because we know motherfuckers that done been through it. We done experienced y'all stories on here. We speaking of experience from ourselves or others and what has been displayed before our eyes. So ain't nobody claiming to be perfect. Ain't nobody doing none of this. We.
And and also, we're not here trying to make jokes on situations that people going through, man.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
that's some serious shit. And whoever's going through it, y'all need to fix that shit and work it out. We just having commentary on it because somebody else may be going through something and sitting back thinking like, should I leave? Should I stay? So that's the reason we're having this conversation right now. It ain't about y'all, but it's through
Mm.
y'all that we can get a point across to somebody who's probably out there listening or will catch this live later.
It's basically, being able to spot toxic people before it's too late.
Ding, 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 ding. And there you go. That's what this shit
Right.
is about right there. You said some shit, 2P. Being able
Two
to
P's
spot,
always says some shit. Look, but
listen,
see,
being
this how
able
lives
to
and stuff like
spot,
this.
being able to
But when people
spot.
do lives like this, they get
Hmm.
misconstrued to be
Right,
something else because people already have premeditated bad thoughts and they don't like you and all of this stuff. But this is not just about what we see right here. This is about life in general. So yeah,
right.
we.
Because we all make encounter the same situation at one point in our life. You know what I mean? And discussing it can help a person build like a callus to this shit to understand, like, okay, if I've never been married, I am gonna have some rough, rocky times. But what I won't do is not to fuck the internet. I won't just go blabbing my shit to the people in the streets. I won't go tell my family members all my shit.
Mm-mm.
I won't go tell my best friends all my shit
Mm-mm.
about my situation. Some shit I just got to keep to myself and just in God. Me and God know
Mm-mm.
about it, and I work it out.
Mm-mm.
And if I can stay, I stay. And if I can't, then I move around.
The worst thing you can do is put other people in your business
That's a fact.
because not everybody has your
Your
best
best
interest
interest.
at heart. You feel
There you
me?
go.
I think
Nowadays,
that's
most
why I get
people want to
ground.
see you fail.
But you
Especially if
know
you
what,
got
two
some,
P's.
but imagine having some good shit going on with your mate, right? And you bragging on this person to these people, and then the shit not working. How bad that makes one look, though. It's like, but hold up, all this shit was so perfect, but then now this shit is so bad. So was you lying then, or are you lying now?
Mm-hmm.
Just something to think about.
Do y'all two? Maybe y'all experience this too. But do y'all notice that you the one that everybody want to come and talk to about their problems with?
Yeah, I experienced that a lot,
Yeah,
especially when you're a
I'm
good listener.
yeah, and I'm straightforward. I don't bite my tongue. If they're wrong, I tell them they're wrong, and I tell them you get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? It ain't you know what you doing. Or I ain't gonna stir them up. I'm telling the truth.
Right.
But
And I'm the
I
type
had
of
to
person.
stop that because it won't be reciprocated. Like
I mean, you have to when it's not. It's just yeah, because you get tired of repeating yourself. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of hearing the same stories, and You're like, damn, you're still going through the same shit, really?
Or I think what Coleman kind of saying too, but when it's time for her to kind of vent, they don't want to hear
Right.
that shit. They don't want to hear that shit. They be like, "Oh, girl, I gotta go do this, girl. I talk to me later." You be
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck, motherfucker? You
Nah,
spilled your
because it's
guts out
not
to me
about
last
them.
night, and I talked to you for 3 whole hours, and you ain't got 10 minutes for me
Nah,
right
'cause
now."
it's not about them.
Right.
So if you
That's
do
right.
give it to them, guess what? They're not going to be listening anyway.
No. But
But
then,
for
but
some
then
reason,
too.
I'm the one always called, yeah.
But some people don't. But the thing is, though, think about it like this, though, Coleman. Some people you don't want to take advice from.
Mm-hmm.
Some people
You
you are
ain't
only
lying.
meant to give advice to. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Right.
I had to realize that too. Like, it's some people that you're not supposed to take advice from,
Mm-hmm.
But
especially when they
maybe
shit
not
is
more
all up
so
and down.
as the maybe not more so as the advice part, but just the listening ear. Like it's not
Gotcha.
like as much as you do for them. See, that's why I was like, people don't well, that's why I say a lot. I don't have expectations of people. That way I won't be disappointed. Because just because I spend my time listening, I used to like expect, well, damn, I can call you, blah, 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 blah. But I stopped like having so much expectations with so many people because there was a point in time I just got disappointed. So I'm like, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, not saying I don't
Right.
have people that I can, but I got my
Right.
certain people too. Like I'm certain people's person, and I have my certain people too. So as long as we know our people, know where they stand with us, I think we be all right. We be all
Right.
right in knowing that who our people are and what parts they play.
Right.
I totally agree.
But
There go.
in these marriages, we need our significant other to play those parts. We have to
Now there you
find
go.
someone to play. You know, you still have your girlfriends, your siblings, and stuff like that. But all of that should be in your partner too. Like I don't like people that like my sister. She good for it. She was a whole married woman, and her dude and some other dude was her best friend. So you telling secrets to a best friend, you supposed to be talking to your husband about. I could see if you planning a surprise party or something and you keep that secret. But this best friend knowing whole secrets that it was just weird to me. She used to explain it. So one day I I said, y'all fucking ain't you? She swore and look, the crazy part, one of the kids look like dude. She got 5 kids, right? And one look
Hey, you sound like you're underwater, Coleman. But that's why it's imperative though that we try to pick right. Nobody's perfect, man. You're never gonna meet that perfect person. Where they'll have those 8 great things, they're gonna have those 2 flaws. You're like, damn, why couldn't they be perfect? It's just not possible. But
Nothing
it's
is
it's
perfect.
imperative that you go and when you in line picking, you just make sure that those key things that you're looking for are there. Nothing forced, nothing that you got to make somebody be. That they already coming to the table with that, and you can work through the rest of the
and you
stuff.
make sure you bring the same. Yeah, you got to
Facts,
make sure you bring the same, if not more, to that table too.
facts,
Facts. Facts.
facts. That's real.
It can't be one side.
Again, expecting
You got
something out of
you
others
got
that you ain't giving.
you got to meet in the middle.
But see that's what I was saying. I mean, obviously, when a person is ready to move in that way, then you would think that they would have their stuff together to move like that. But now,
Right.
yeah, if it's just somebody who's expecting, that's just a person that does that anyway. Whether it's a marriage, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a partnership, they just expect others to do more. But
Right.
if you're ready to move in that next step, then obviously you got yourself together, and you grounded and you ready to move forward. Don't just find the first one you see just because she
Nah.
got a fat ass and some nice titties and she real pretty.
Oh
That
hell
don't
no.
mean that that's the best one. And for women, just because the man 6'2" and however y'all judge y'all men, that don't mean that he's the best one.
Right.
I mean, look for those other qualities that match your energy, because it's a matching energy thing. Y'all could be great people chilling, but the energy's just not there. You might like to be outdoors. He might like to be indoors. Is that a deal breaker? I don't know. It may be for some, but that's just one of those situations that it's going to clash at some point, you know? So I guess find some likeness between your mate. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
It's like this: if you don't learn your mate's personality and um their character, it's not gonna work either.
Facts.
You gotta learn each other.
That's a fact.
I mean,
That is so true.
if you're not willing to do that, it's not gonna work.
And it's okay. It's okay for whoever listening or gonna listen later. It is okay to not love somebody that love you. It's okay. You don't have to love everybody that love you. You can have love for them, but just
Right,
because somebody that might want to be with you, and if you know that they don't match your qualities and criteria and what you bring into the table, they don't match that energy that you got, it's okay to say, nah, because I'm looking for XYZ. Don't leave them people alone. Just move around. Go find what is out there waiting on you. You know, because when I look at that situation, I see at one point somebody had some super drive. And I can tell you who I think it was, but his shit got deflated by circumstance, whether it was drugs, whether it was always trying to, pick up the slack. I don't know. But dude looked like he had some super drive, but it seems like the missus kept him in a hole. I don't know. Hold on, we good. Oh, okay, I thought we had somebody in the back. Somebody came up. Hey, come back up, whoever's going to come up. But we've been
I
on this
think
thing for 2.5 hours, y'all.
I think Coleman had fell down and came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this has been cool, man. This has been a dope live. I really appreciate y'all, man. We haven't
No
had no
problem.
pauses in conversation. It's been a good live.
No problem. No problem. I'm a grown folk talk.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
In lieu of what's going on, man, we need these though.
Yeah, we really do. Because with relationships that we see out here, with all the toxic behavior and the um disrespect and man, I could say so much. I
But
mean,
but I don't mean to cut you too, P, but just like what you're doing with your platform with the narcissists, right? See, that's why as people, we got to be able to spot those type of people. That'll save us some
mhm,
headache.
yeah,
You got to be able to spot certain characteristics in a person to say, I ain't gonna give it all right now. Let me just sit back and watch. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
You got to be able to spot characteristics.
You gotta watch it when they're manipulative. You gotta watch them
Right,
because they will love porn bomb you to death.
right. And I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about y'all, but a lot of times we know what we got. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Right, right,
We know what we be having. We be just fooled, like Miss Tawana was saying earlier. She had the one dude who was goddamn dropping it in low gear on her ass. So she knew what she had. It's just she was just, you know, she liked what she liked.
right,
So I'm saying that to say we know what we be having, and sometimes we just want them to be right and be better, and try to change them when hey, a leopard ain't gonna change his spots, man. Shit, he can't. God gave him those.
right.
But
You
yo, you
know,
got any last words you want to say though? Two P's of Coleman. I'm gonna go ahead and jump down, man. We've been on here for about 2.5. Like I said, it's a good live, man. I appreciate y'all for coming up.
No problem, no problem. Now, all I want to say, to hey, take the time out to learn your mate. Before you decide to take that big step of marriage, because you know, when you get married, hey, it's about just you two.
Right.
Nothing else matters.
Exactly. And even though y'all are joined, you still got to have your own personal getaway as
Right,
well. You got to have your own mental break for self,
right,
whether it be going to get your nails done or dude going golfing with his buddies. I mean, you
right,
got to have that sense of self, knowing that you're not just by yourself, but you got to have those moments to where it's like, okay, ooh, I can relax. My baby's straight, she good, my kids are straight. All right, let me do my grown man thing. You know what I mean, respectfully,
right. There you
and
go.
or a grown woman thing, respectfully.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down, man. I appreciate y'all for coming up. Thanks to the people in the chat. I want to thank Two Ps, Coleman. Who else came up? Miss Tawana. Drop tried to come up. Who else came up? I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think so.
Any closing words?
No, hey, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. Hey, I appreciate Black Truth.
Hey, anytime, Two Ps. You know it. You know we done. It's
All right.
up. Okay, Coleman. Well, Coleman doing her Coleman thing. All right, Coleman, you be safe. People in the chat, y'all be safe. People in the bushes, listen, man. Y'all could have came out the bushes, man. We just having grown folks talk, man. But anyway, y'all be safe out there. Y'all be blessed. Peace.